taking a look here, obviously this sticker, not stock, believe it or not, that's got to add a couple of horsepower. All things that you would never be able to tell just looking at the car from the outside. What is going on, guys? Donovan here. Behind me are both cars. They've been covered up for a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, the battery on the Hellcat has died. I neglected to put it on a trickle charger while I had the car stored. I tried to revive it using the trickle charger, but unfortunately the battery is like dead. I can't even get the car to like try to turn over. RIP, another like $250 on a battery that I have to go pick up and we'll go do right now. And while I replace the battery on this car, I want to talk about the hidden modifications that I have on the Hellcat. And some of the modifications you guys have heard of, others you may have not. And so we're going to go over basically the mod list for this car. Over the past couple of years, there hasn't been a lot of content on this car. I've kind of hidden what I've done to it. Not really for any particular reason other than my own laziness and not filming some of these videos and kind of neglecting this car from a content perspective. I think most people are interested in the RT because it's a more attainable car. I'm not saying the Hellcat's like the fanciest car in the world or it's some extremely hard to get car, but there also are just fewer of them and they're a little more expensive, and for a couple of years there the prices were just absolutely unreasonable. I certainly didn't pay those crazy prices because I couldn't afford it. So generally I like to make content on the RT because I think more people are just interested in it. But for the sake of today's video, the Hellcat is the star of the show, and we're going to talk about all the things I've done to this car, things both you can see and things that you can't see. So let's get into it. So believe it or not, this is actually a mostly stock car. Now I know you're probably asking yourself, hey, I've seen pictures of the beadlock weld wheels that you have on this car, the drag radials. Why do you have beadlocks on a mostly stock car? And I mean, it should be obvious by the fact that I have both of these cars. And it's that I can be financially irresponsible sometimes. Because of that, I wanted the weld wheels with the beadlocks because they looked cool. Is it overkill for this car? Absolutely. But you're lying if you don't say that it looks pretty slick. That is the first mod. It sequentially, chronologically, was not the first mod that I did to this car, but it's the most obvious and it's the one that you can see. The rest of the mods to this car, you cannot see, with the exception of maybe a cold air intake, when you actually open the hood. And so that's what we're going to do first. So taking a look here, obviously this sticker, not stock, believe it or not. They don't come with a Donnie RT sticker from the factory. That's got to add a couple of horsepower. First thing is this JLT intake. I like this thing. It has a CARB EO number, so it is legal in the state of California. Makes things a lot easier when you have to smog these. This looks like a stock Hellcat, right? There's, with the exception of a cold air intake, you can't see anything. It's even a stock boost car. This is the stock pulley that came on the car with the old pulley that I probably need to change because it's starting to look a little old. Can't really see it, but if you look down in there, even the lower pulley stock. Pretty much stock car, right? Let me take this cover off and you can see the FIC 1200s hidden beneath this fuel rail cover. So this car is tuned. It is tuned on E85 with FIC 1200s. An additional mod that you can't see is I did spark plugs. I think it was either a step or 2 steps colder. I did the NGK plugs. Absolutely horrendous to do on a Hellcat. The driver's side, it's not bad to do spark plugs. The passenger side, it's an absolute pain in the ass trying to wiggle things out. If I recall correctly, I think the difficult part is trying to get the coil packs out when you have these supercharger coolant lines in the way. Absolute pain in the butt. I had like pretty much unbolted this fuse box as well as the reservoir tank, and you're literally just trying to muscle everything while you try to snake a coil pack out. It's a long way of me saying stock boost car with an intake, FIC 1200 bigger injectors, colder spark plugs with a really specific gap. I don't remember what the gap actually is because my tuner told me what it was, and I did this like 2 years ago, but really specific gap. So I had to gap spark plugs for the first time, and an E85 tune by ZH Tunes. This is a complete remote tune. This car has not been dyno tuned at all. Been meaning to take it to full blown since I do have a baseline dyno there when the car was stock on 91 octane, and by stock I genuinely mean stock, like it didn't even have a cold air intake. So I actually got a good baseline on this car, which is something I never had the chance to do on the RT. So I owe you guys results on this car. In the back, and if you could see the new battery I got there, it's whatever AutoZone had, unfortunately. If we come to the back, you can't see this at all either. The only thing you can see, this is my Amazon trickle charger. You can see a couple of wires here, and these wires are like there are two snaked into the fuse box. I think some of them are for the tuning security bypass dongle, so you have to do like a funky OBD2 port bypass to tune some of the, I think 2018 and above cars. And then one of them is additional wiring that I had to do for dual fuel pumps from MMX. And there's also something like drilled in behind this panel that you wouldn't see unless you pulled this carpeting out. So once again, I don't know how many people are pulling up this back carpet here to look at the battery, so you'd never really be able to tell that it's a dual fuel pump. But the moral of the story there is that I really did not want to run E85 on a booster pump. I wanted true dual fuel pumps because I didn't want to just send more voltage through the single fuel pump that was already in the car already. So it's a true dual fuel pump system from MMX that's E85 compatible. So hopefully it lasts longer than the one that wasn't necessarily E85 compatible in the RT. And that's pretty much it from like an air fuel spark perspective on this car. I have no idea how much power it makes. I need to get that dynoed and give you guys the results, but it's a mostly stock car. And the reason I did the fuel system was because I originally intended on going with a smaller pulley like every Hellcat owner does and upping the boost. And truth be told, I'm probably one of like 5 Hellcat owners who hasn't like actually pulleyed down their car. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like the extra power was necessary. The car is already fun as is, but there are a couple more reasons that I'll talk about in a future video. But there are a couple little things I also did on this car. I did a differential brace as well as a 309 diff. So this car originally came with the 262s. And then I did a solid one-piece aluminum drive shaft from Drive Shaft Shop. Some of this stuff I may have posted. I don't know if I have posted, but if I come over here, alongside all the crap I have in this garage, you can actually see the stock drive shaft there. All things that you would never be able to tell just looking at the car from the outside, except for the welds. So there you guys go. Those are my secret Hellcat mods. Those are the secrets I've been holding from you guys, or withholding from you guys. No idea how much power the car makes. Probably, I mean, it made like 650 wheel stock, but that number means nothing without another dyno number to compare it against. So I'm hoping I picked up like 100 wheel, but I have no idea. That being said, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully I'll get you guys some dyno numbers soon. I actually have some track numbers that some track numbers, some 1/8 mile and actually a 1/4 mile track day coming up soon. So more content coming out on the Hellcat here shortly. And then I've done a couple things to the RT as well. And I'm gonna work with a buddy of mine on something that I think you guys will be interested in on your RTs as well. That being said, thank you guys so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your continued support on the channel. If you found this interesting, or you're interested in hearing more and learning more about these cars and the journey modifying them and upkeep with them, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.